Hello and welcome back to the course of Fundamental of Electronics and Electrical Engineering. In the previous video lecture of AC circuit, I have discussed the generation of alternating voltage or EMF, some of the terms related to the alternating quantity, how alternating voltage or current is represented by mathematical expression, and phasor representation of alternating quantity. In this video lecture and in upcoming video lecture, I am going to discuss different kind of AC circuit, analysis of different kind of AC circuit. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about analysis of purely resistive circuit, and analysis is done under the AC condition. So let us start the analysis of purely resistive circuit. First of all, we can see here the circuit consists of pure resistor and which is connected across a voltage source, that is nothing but the alternating voltage. This is the symbol of alternating voltage. If voltage has a sinusoidal wave, that is voltage consists of wave like a sinusoidal quantity like sine and cosine wave, and if it is represented by V is equal to Vm sine omega t. Now Vm is the maximum value or amplitude of the given voltage source. Sine omega t, omega is the angular frequency which is represented by 2 pi f, where f is the frequency of the signal, and V is equal to Vm sine omega t is the instantaneous value of the voltage at any given time, at any given instant t. Then current at that instant t is given by according to the Ohm's law. So we can write I is equal to V divided by R, but V is Vm sine omega t, so we can write I is equal to Vm sine omega t divided by R. So we can write I is equal to Vm divided by R sine omega t. Now we know the coefficient of sine omega t is nothing but the maximum value of that signal, that sinusoidal quantity. So the current t is maximum when sine omega t is unity. And if sine omega t is unity, then we can write Im is equal to Vm divided by R, where Im is the maximum. Im is the maximum value of the alternating current flowing through the purely resistive circuit. So we can write I is equal to Im sine omega t. The instantaneous voltage is V is equal to Vm sine omega t, and current flowing in purely resistive circuit is I is equal to Im sine omega t. Now from both the waveform, what is the expression, what is the conclusion? So from the equation of voltage and current, we can see that applied voltage and resulting current are in phase, because V is equal to Vm sine omega t and I is equal to Im sine omega t. So there is no phase difference. We have already discussed about the in phase and out of phase quantity in the previous video lectures. The quantity are said to be in phase when both attains zero and maximum value at the same time. Now voltage is represented by V is equal to Vm sine omega t, and resulting current is I is equal to Im sine omega t. So both attains maximum value at the same time. So we can say both the quantities are in phase. So for purely resistive circuit, applied voltage and resulting current are in phase. That is the conclusion. So this is the graph of, this is the plot of Vm sine omega t. This is a waveform of Vm sine omega t. Now I is equal to Im sine omega t. This is a waveform of I is equal to Im sine omega t. As there is a no phase shift between voltage and resulting current, both attains, you can see both attains maximum value at the same time, both attains zero value at the same time. So that's why both quantities are said to be in phase. There is no phase difference between voltage and resulting current. Now phasor diagram. We have already studied about the phasor representation of alternating quantity. If alternating quantities are represented by phasor, then representation of multiple alternating quantity at the same time becomes easier. So suppose this is a reference axis and voltage VR is a reference voltage. This is a voltage drop across resistor, and current is also in the same direction because there is no phase difference between voltage and resulting current. So both will be in the same direction. So this is the phasor representation of voltage and current for the purely resistive circuit. Now power drawn by this circuit. So instantaneous power, there are two types of power, instantaneous power and average power. Instantaneous value of the power drawn by the circuit is given by the product of instantaneous value of voltage and current. So simple definition of instantaneous power is a product of instantaneous voltage and current. So we can write P is equal to V into I, where V is a applied voltage, that is Vm sin omega t, and I is the resulting current, that is Im sin omega t. So we can write P is equal to Vm sin omega t into Im sin omega t, where Vm and Im are the maximum value of voltage and current respectively. So this is the instantaneous power. Instantaneous power at any time t is given by the product of instantaneous value of voltage and instantaneous value of the current at that time, at that instant t. So we can write P is equal to Vm into Im into sin square omega t. Now we know omega t can be also represented in terms of theta. So we can write P is equal to Vm Im sin square theta, where theta is equal to omega t. Now that is the equation which we are getting. P is equal to Vm In sin square theta is the equation of instantaneous power. Now average power. So average power can be obtained by taking average of the instantaneous power over one cycle. So it is represented by P average. So P average is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi integration 0 to 2 pi P into d theta, because here we have taken omega t is equal to theta. So here we have written d theta. So P average is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi. Here we have cycle duration from 0 to 2 pi. So 2 pi minus 0, that is 2 pi. Integration 0 to 2 pi Vm Im sin square theta into d theta. So we taking Vm Im common from the integration, because both are constant. So we can write P average is equal to Vm into Im divided by 2 pi integration 0 to 2 pi sin square theta into d theta. So P average is equal to Vm into Im divided by 2 pi. Now sin square theta can be represented by 1 minus cos theta divided by 2. So integration 0 to 2 pi 1 minus cos 2 theta divided by 2 into d theta. Taking 2 outside from the integration, so we can write P average is equal to Vm Im divided by 4 pi. Now integration of 1 with respect to theta is nothing but the theta, and integration of cos theta is sin theta divided by 2. So sin theta minus sin theta divided by 2. 2 we have already taken outside of the integration, so this is a 4 pi. So we can write P average is equal to Vm into Im divided by 4 pi in bracket theta minus sin 2 theta divided by 2, and limits are from 0 to 2 pi. Now if we solve this equation, we are getting P average is equal to Vm Im divided by 4 pi in bracket 2 pi, 2 pi minus 0. Now, so if we solve this, we are getting P average is equal to Vm Im divided by 2. Now we can write root 2 into root 2 instead of 2. So we can write Vm by root 2 into Im by root 2. Now we know what is Vm by root 2 and Im by root 2. We have already defined some of the terms related to the alternating quantity in the previous video lecture of AC circuit. So Vm by root 2 is nothing but the Vrms, that is the RMS value of the applied voltage, and Im by root 2 is the RMS value of the resulting current. So we can write P average is equal to Vrms into Irms. Now Vrms can be represented by capital V and Irms is represented by capital I. So average power is nothing but the V into I watt. So for purely resistive circuit, instantaneous power is given by Vm Im sin square omega t, and average power is given by product of RMS value of voltage and RMS value of the current, which is represented by capital V into I. So P average which we are getting is V into I. Now drawing the waveform of voltage, current and power simultaneously. So here we know the voltage of we know the waveform of the voltage and current. We have already drawn. This is a Vm sin omega t and this is a Im sin omega t. Both quantities are in phase, so both attain 0 and maximum value at the same times, and duration is taken for one cycle, that is 0 pi and 2 pi. Now Power is nothing but the instantaneous power is nothing but the product of instantaneous value of the voltage and current. So we have to take the multiplication at every instant between 0 to 2 pi of the voltage and current. So at this instant multiplication will be 0, at instant pi by 2 multiplication will be maximum because both attain maximum value. At instant pi multiplication will be 0 because power is 0 because both voltage and current are 0. Now between pi to 2 pi both quantities are negative. Now if we multiply voltage and current, so this negative portion will be converted into the positive portion. So both attains maximum value at this instant, that is 3 pi by 2, and again at 2 pi the instant at 2 pi product is 0. So we can draw this way. So this is the graph of the instantaneous power, that is Vm Im sin square omega t. That is a product of instantaneous value of voltage and current at every instant. So here you can say product is 0. Here you can see product is maximum because both voltage and current are maximum. Again here product is 0 because both voltage and current are 0. Now both these quantities are negative, so product will be positive, and here it will attain the maximum value. So this is the graph of instantaneous power, and the value of the instantaneous power, maximum value of the instantaneous power is nothing but the Vm Im. So we have to represent Vm Im over here, and this is the average value which we are getting, that is Vm Im divided by 2. That is nothing but the Vm by root 2 Im by root 2 Vrms into Irms. So this is the average of this given instantaneous power. Next one is the power factor, which is very important term. Whenever we are analyzing any AC circuit, we have to find the power factor of the given circuit. It is the cosine of angle, phase angle between applied voltage and resulting current. So power factor is nothing but the cosine of angle and the angle between applied voltage and resulting current. So power, now for the purely resistive circuit, voltage and current are in phase. As voltage and current are in phase, the phase angle between voltage and current is 0. So power factor is equal to cos phi, and phi is the 0 for purely resistive circuit. So cos phi is equal to cos 0, and value of the cos 0 is 1, that is unity. So this is the maximum power factor which we are getting for purely resistive circuit. The value of the power factor will be in between 0 to 1, and ideal value of the power factor is 1. So for purely resistive circuit, the power factor is 1. So in this video lecture, I have discussed about the analysis of purely resistive circuit. Whenever we are analyzing any kind of AC circuit, we have to find the equation of voltage, current, phase angle between them. We have to draw the phasor diagram of the given circuit, and we have to find the instantaneous power and average power of the given circuit, and finally power factor. So these all things we have to find whenever we are analyzing the AC circuit. So this is all about the today's video lecture. In this video lecture, I have done the analysis of purely resistive circuit. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.